Louis Breland has spent the better part of 5 decades shaping the physical and economic landscape of North Alabama. As president and CEO of the Breland Companies, headquartered in Huntsville, Alabama, he has built a career defined by disciplined growth, strategic company sales, large-scale master planning, and a consistent focus on affordable housing. Since entering the homebuilding industry in 1975, Breland has developed hundreds of communities and led multiple companies to market leadership before selling them to publicly traded national builders. Louis Breland is widely recognized as a Huntsville, Alabama developer whose long-term commitment to the region has paralleled its transformation into one of the South's most dynamic growth markets. His professional record is notable not only for longevity but for repeatable success. He built Breland Homes into the largest private builder in its markets across North Alabama and along the Mississippi and Florida Gulf coasts, and he did so more than once. Breland began his career in real estate development and homebuilding on the Mississippi and Alabama Gulf Coast. In the early 1980s, he visited Huntsville as the city was expanding and saw long-term opportunity in its economic trajectory. The region's growth, fueled by aerospace, defense, and technology industries, created sustained housing demand. Breland responded by building communities designed for working families and professionals moving into the area. Over time, Breland Homes became the largest privately held homebuilder in its markets. The company's scale was the product of careful land acquisition, standardized construction practices, and operational discipline. Breland has consistently emphasized sound building fundamentals and tight quality controls as the basis for delivering high-quality homes at prices families can afford. The strategy proved effective. In 1999, Breland sold Breland Homes to Washington Homes. In 2012, he completed another sale, this time to D.R. Horton. Most recently, in 2022, the company was acquired by Lennar Corporation. At the time of each transaction, Breland Homes stood as the largest private builder in its markets. 3 separate sales to publicly traded builders reflect more than favorable market timing. They indicate a business model capable of scaling, institutionalizing operations, and delivering performance that attracts national consolidation. Few private builders achieve that outcome once. Breland accomplished it repeatedly. Breland's growth extended beyond residential construction. He also built Safe Mini Storage into the largest privately held self-storage company in the region before its acquisition by Sovereign Self-Storage, Inc. in 2006. The expansion into self-storage reflected an understanding of demographic trends and the needs of growing communities. As Huntsville and surrounding markets added residents, storage demand increased alongside housing demand. Breland applied the same principles of disciplined growth and operational oversight to this sector. Today, he has re-entered the self-storage market with 9 locations across Alabama and Mississippi. The decision underscores his continued confidence in the region's long-term expansion. While some developers diversify into unrelated asset classes, Breland's investments have remained tied to community growth infrastructure. Housing, retail centers, and storage facilities all serve expanding populations. His portfolio reflects a consistent focus on tangible, needs-based development. If the first phase of Louis Breland's career was defined by building and scaling homebuilding platforms, the current phase centers on transformative mixed-use development. 2 projects in particular, Clift Farm and Town Madison, have redefined portions of the Huntsville metro area. Each development encompasses more than 500 acres and includes over 5,000 residential units across multifamily, townhome, and single-family formats. These projects integrate residential neighborhoods with commercial and retail space, creating walkable environments where residents can live, shop, and dine within the same community. Town Madison and Clift Farm have attracted national and regional tenants such as Costco, BJ's Warehouse, Duluth Trading, Outback Steakhouse, J. Alexander's, Starbucks, Publix, Verizon, and Chick-fil-A. The presence of these anchors strengthens municipal tax bases and enhances quality of life for residents. Breland has described these developments as projects he is especially proud of because they have transformed Madison and Madison County by adding housing, dining, and shopping options while improving the local tax base. The impact is measurable. Thousands of homes have been delivered to support Huntsville's fast-growing population. Master planning at this scale requires coordination with local government, infrastructure investment, and long-term capital commitment. Breland's hands-on leadership style has shaped how these projects are executed. He operates with a relatively small team that focuses intensely on bringing large developments to completion. That structure enables direct oversight and continuity of vision from concept through build-out. Throughout his career, Louis Breland has maintained a clear philosophy: build high-quality homes at prices families can afford. In markets where land prices and material costs can fluctuate significantly, delivering affordability requires operational discipline rather than marketing rhetoric. Breland's approach centers on master-planned communities that allow efficiencies of scale. By controlling development phases and maintaining tight quality controls, costs can be managed without compromising structural integrity. This balance has allowed his companies to serve middle-income buyers who represent the backbone of Huntsville's workforce. The housing demand in Huntsville is driven by engineers, defense contractors, healthcare professionals, educators, and small business owners. Meeting their needs requires practical floor plans, durable construction, and predictable pricing. Breland's record suggests that affordability and profitability are not mutually exclusive when managed correctly. His impact is visible not only in subdivisions but in the broader stability of the housing market. By delivering thousands of homes over decades, he has contributed to supply in a region where population growth consistently pressures inventory. Breland describes himself as a hands-on leader. That style has influenced company structure and culture. Rather than building a sprawling corporate hierarchy, he has maintained focused teams capable of executing large projects efficiently. Hands-on leadership in development often means direct involvement in land acquisition, planning decisions, and tenant negotiations. It also requires managing risk in volatile markets. Over the years, the housing sector has faced cycles of expansion and contraction. Breland's ability to scale, sell, and reinvest suggests a careful reading of market conditions and disciplined timing. Recognition from the community has followed his professional achievements. In 2018, he received the Excellence in Leadership and Service Award from the Madison Chamber of Commerce for his advocacy and development work in the city. In 2023, he and his wife Patty were named recipients of the Heart of the Community Award by the American Heart Association for their philanthropic efforts. These honors reflect a reputation that extends beyond business performance into civic engagement. Louis Breland and Patty Breland are active supporters of causes that aid foster children, first responders, and wounded veterans. Their philanthropic approach mirrors Breland's development philosophy. It focuses on durable infrastructure and long-term benefit. One of their most significant contributions was the donation of a 13,000-square-foot building to Kids to Love, an Alabama-based organization that serves foster children. The facility became the nonprofit's permanent headquarters, allowing it to expand services and operate from a stable base. The Brelands have also partnered with Helping a Hero to build 2 specially adapted homes for veterans with disabilities. These projects address immediate needs while creating lasting assets for families. Philanthropy of this scale reinforces Breland's identity as a community builder in the broadest sense. His work spans residential neighborhoods, commercial corridors, and nonprofit facilities. Looking ahead, Breland has expressed enthusiasm for investing capital to support other businesses and developers across the region. After decades of building and selling his own platforms, he now sees opportunity in helping others scale. Huntsville continues to expand as a technology and defense hub. Infrastructure, housing, and commercial amenities must keep pace. Breland has described the city as a community that is constantly changing and seeking improvement. His companies aim to reflect that same mindset. For those searching for Louis Breland developer Huntsville, Alabama, the record is clear. He is a builder who has operated in the region since the early 1980s. He has grown companies into market leaders and sold them to national firms. He has delivered thousands of homes and anchored large-scale mixed-use developments that strengthen local tax bases. He has invested in charitable infrastructure that serves foster children and disabled veterans. Over 50 years, Louis Breland has demonstrated that sustained regional development requires patience, operational discipline, and reinvestment in the communities that generate success. Huntsville's skyline and neighborhoods reflect that commitment, built project by project since 1975.